I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been recording for 30 minutes now, and I'm trying to put together a video about how bad do you want it. Hell, it still may be the title of this video, but I can't seem to put together a concrete message because there's just so much. There's so much. If you're a young man on a mission, if you're trying to do better, if you're trying to surpass the version of you yesterday, there's so many things. And for the last half hour, I've just been trying to think about how I can even put this video together. But look, just straight up, straight talk, here's the thing. You can't just want it. You have to need it. You need to you need to really desire it from the bottom of your soul if you're going to get anywhere, if you're going to do anything. So think about what you're currently chasing and ask yourself, do I want it or do I need it? And then ask yourself, what do I need? I think that's a much better barometer for making decisions in your life. Because I can tell you right now that I want a nice apartment in Miami, and I want a G-Wagon, and I want to fly in a private jet, and I want so many things, but like, that's all so superficial. That's all so superficial. When I ask myself, what do I need? The conversation gets so much realer. Because what do I need? I need to grow. I need to beat my version of yesterday. I need to be better with myself, and I need to be better to others. I need to be constantly chasing feedback from people, from the right people, I should say. I need to honor myself. I need to hold myself accountable. I need to uphold my commitments. And that is such a way more solid base to start building off of compared to what you want, whether it's a material possession or a status symbol or a place in the world. It's so much better if you start inside of you, who you are as a person, and develop that. When you need it as much as you need to breathe, that's when you're changing the game. Forget about what you want. Forget about what other people want. Focus on what's here inside. Focus on what's here in your mind and really get to asking yourself these questions. Really get to understanding what you need. And that will help you find two things. That'll help you find your purpose, and that will help you find your identity. I drew this on the second take of the video, and I kept it up because I wanted to show it regardless. Because I want to highlight the urgency of when you need to start asking yourself this question. When you need to start asking yourself, what do I need and how can I achieve it? This is 18 through 25, and this is 25 through 70 plus. This is how inconsistent and volatile the journey is. These are the mistakes, the L's, and then it smooths out. This is a choice. This is a choice as well. You can coast right now, and you can be relaxed, no problem, and just get comfortable. But eventually, life will start to give you turbulence. Now, here's the key difference If you put the work from the beginning, by the time you get to 25, look at the line. Things start to smooth out. Oh, I didn't. I didn't actually need to erase the line. You're not going to disappear. But things start to smooth out because you've put in the work in the very beginning. If you just coast, look at what happens to the line at 25. At this point, some young men start to wake up and they start to feel the turbulence. And they're like, oh, what's going on here? And then maybe somewhere on here is like, what, 35? At this point right here, more than half of young men start to wake up and realize, whoa, this is getting serious. But some if not most, never do. I know which life I want to live. I've made my choice. Do you want it to be easy now, but then have to deal with hardship for the rest of your time here? Or are you okay with making the sacrifices now to create a base that you can build on for the future so that it's smooth sailing? Let me tell you something. You can't have a life like this. It's just never going to be like that. You have to decide. Do I want easy now and hard later? Or do I want hard now and easy later? Let me tell you which one is actually most complicated. It's this one. Because in this time frame, you have less energy, less vitality, you have less flexibility, less agility. And those two things, I don't mean physically, I mean in terms of like what your schedule can be, in terms of how much risk you're willing to tolerate. It's so much harder the older you get. So don't put yourself in a position where you just have fun, enjoy your youth, and then end up suffering the rest of your life. Why not start now and then get to a point where you can start to get your foot off the gas while you're still young? Forget about the parties, forget about the chasing, forget about entertaining yourself, all of that BS. Forget about it. Get to work and then smooth out the line. But what determines these two paths is how bad do you want it, if you even want it, and instead of wanting it, do you need it? Forget about everybody else. You were born and you will cease to exist. And the journey that you're living right now, the only person that's going to really go through it is you. And so I find that in this age group, this is the YOLO phase. You only live once. There's two versions of this. There's two versions of that. There's the version that says, you only live once, so, hey, might as well drink, might as well party, might as well have some fun, might as well just chill, might as well just relax, take it easy. And then there's the version of this that's, you only live once. So make an impact. Have the guts to be different. And don't do it for anybody else. Do it because since you only live once, You want to get here and be proud of what you did, who you are, have less regrets. You only live once, so put in the effort that other people aren't putting in. You only live once, so be willing to sacrifice the beginning for a more fruitful and more lasting life. You only live once, so do what other people aren't doing. Forget about impressing other people. Forget about making other people happy. Everything has to come back to two things: your purpose and your identity. And you only really get to understand these two things if you ask yourself, what do I need? What do I need in this world? And dig as deep as you can. Over the next few months, we're going to be building your blueprint. And we're going to touch 4 key phases of the blueprint. We're going to talk about health. We're going to talk about wealth. We're going to talk about mindset. And we're going to talk about strategy. That is the blueprint. Most of my audience... Oh my God, that's a horrible 8. Most of my audience is between the ages of 18 and 25. If you're watching this at that age, take a look at what's coming. Because I was once 18 without a plan, and then I eventually put my blueprint together at 20, and I was able to achieve most of what was in my blueprint at 22, and solidify and stabilize that by now 25. And now I'm entering a different stage now that I can't really coach you on, but that I can take you along with so that you can see what it looks like. And that's 25 through 30. This is where we scale. This is where we grow what we've already established. But 18 through 25 is make or break. So if you want to change for the better, if you want to take the second route to YOLO and live with purpose, with integrity, with drive, with commitment to not anybody but yourself, do me a favor. I need 3 things from you. I need you to subscribe so that you can stay up to date and so that you can stay within our circle and so that you can continue learning from this process. I need you to comment and give me feedback on any particular points of your life that you're at right now, and ask for some advice. Or if you don't want to ask directly for advice, ask me to make a video on it. There's a lot of things that go through the life of a young man between 18 and 25, and that's what I want to be here for. I want to be a guide. And then the third thing that I need from you is I need you to approach this with a learning mindset. I need you to become a sponge and truly absorb the information that's valuable to you. This has no music in the background. This is semi-edited, but there's nothing crazy going on. This is just raw information. As easy as it is to process. We're starting the blueprint. So, are you in? or are you out? And look, by all means, if you're out, do me a favor and just click out and unsubscribe. But I want to add value. So the next few videos are going to be about those 4 topics that I covered: health, wealth, mindset, and strategy, and how we can improve in those areas as young men, especially in a world where everything around us just ends up corrupting those areas of our life. So stay safe, stay sane, and we'll see you soon.